been here at the church 11 years. And when I started pastoring here the very day, they had voted me in that Sunday night. Every week, God would send me somebody. Since the inception that I've been here for 11 years, I've always had somebody that needed help. Well, God placed that in my heart immediately that day that we needed something in the Free Home area. So we began to pray about it and began to think about it, and everything we tried failed. Everything we tried failed. We tried to put people in place of it, it would fail. Well, probably about 5 years in, the little house in front, which we now call House of Hope, come for sale. And there was we looked at it, and it was way more than we would ever want to spend on that small amount of piece of property. Well, a man by the name of Willard Thompson, absolutely, he was our song leader here, but absolutely more than anything, a dear friend of mine. And Willard looked at me and he said, "Todd, if you don't do anything else, just pray about it. And if God wants us to have that house, we'll have that house." Well, that was what we wanted. We wanted to start a rehab place. We wanted to start a place where we would be able to help people. So what we wanted a part of the community. The church had been here since '93, and it had been here, but it hasn't been here.
Hi, I'm Wendy Graham. I'm the director of House of Hope. I take care of pretty much all the runnings of the House of Hope. We go to the food bank, we bag food, so anything that goes on with House of Hope, I try to keep my hand in it. We were having a conversation in the kitchen about some children at the elementary school at Freehold who were not having food during the weekends. And just through a prayer request, we were told, "Hey, can you pray for these families? Because they're in our community." And we were just talking about it in the kitchen one Sunday morning, and the pastor was just standing there listening to us talk and how there were some families living in a car. And next thing we knew, 15 minutes later, he's in the pulpit saying, "We're going to feed these families."
Life before the House of Hope was a little hectic, I would say.
Probably.
We moved around a lot till we got here. We struggled a lot, and at one point we were even homeless.
Started the House of Hope. We had just directly depended on this church. The people in the church, they were the volunteers. They were the ones bringing the food. They were the ones cooking the food. So we did that for several months, and then we started putting stuff out on social media and started getting interaction with the community, and they started getting involved. So we got several people we never even knew show up at the door. "Hey, can I help? Can I volunteer?" And it took a community where a small community where people may have not known each other to now they are your best friends. I've had other people who don't even belong here who now are over our volunteer committee. They bring the people in. So everybody, we want to work together. And when we started out so small, we didn't realize how big the House of Hope would get and how close the community would get in the process. But everybody just fell in love with each other. And it was like, you know what, we're going to work together and we're going to make a difference. It is 5 a.m. We got up about 4 o'clock this morning. We head to Midwest Food Bank, which is in Peachtree City. We go there once a month to get food for the House of Hope. We go get about a truck and a trailer full. As you can see now, we're totally empty. But when we get in the truck this afternoon, even the floorboards in here will be completely full. We are here, and we're going to work for a few hours before we actually load up our personal trailer. And we'll get to help other agencies that go from Tennessee to Alabama to all over Georgia that come here just to load up food for their agencies. They get as big as our truck and trailer is. You get that much food every single month, and you're able to feed so many people. And it's just available to us every single month.
Where do they keep that?
Hey, I know. Give me a hug.
That's right.
So let me show you how this works. So we would start here, and we get a big cart, and you look up here, and this is how many particular flats you get, and you get one, and we load it on there. And today it looks like it's got peas in there today, but it changes. Could be green beans the next. And this one you get one of, and that's usually some kind of soup. I'm not sure what's in there today. Oh, that looks like pickled okra. It's in there today. And then you get one of this one because it's got the number there. And then you get 3 Gatorades. We'd put that all on the cart. Oh, chicken of the sea. We get meat now. Looks like oysters in there.
One of the most unique experiences about what I did when I went out of
Hi, I'm Ken King, Director of Operations for Midwest Food Bank. We began in 2011 in October, at that time serving 9 agencies. We currently are serving about 80 agencies who are giving out food to individuals and to families. And our mission in life is to help alleviate hunger.
Okay, here's a. Why don't you open the door?
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, he'll keep it straight.
I'm excited. It's my loadout. It's time for my loadout. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, ma'am.
Explain what you're doing in this area. You gotta prepare for the house.
That's good. That is good. That's what it's about. Right there. Right there.
What do you think first?
But we've been together since '03. And when we got together, everything was good. And then '05 was, it started getting rough. My dad passed away, and jobs were non-existent. And then we finally, like I said, I got my job with doing solid computers, a really good job, making really good money. And then the economy tanked, and I lost my job. Well, I didn't lose my job. They went bankrupt. And then it was on her to pay the bills. And she did for a few months. And then I got a job in fast food. And I worked there for about 2 years. And just making enough money to scrape by. With what she made and what I made, we were just paying bills. And when we got that our house that we moved into, and then it just kind of tanked again. We were homeless, without a place to go.
I did not particularly want to be involved with the House of Hope because I didn't want people to know my past and where I had been. It seemed to be an embarrassment factor to me. When the economy crashed, it was just me working, and Marty worked pretty much as he could. And we ate a lot of tomato soup and didn't want anybody to know it. And a couple of times we even came into the church pantry and got some food out without anybody knowing it. That's hard. But when it came down to working with the House of Hope, I was able to relate to them. And it wasn't a judgment factor on these families. I was able to sit down and tell them, hey, I've been there. I know what it's like, and you're going to get through it. And one day you're going to be able to be on this side giving people food. And so I wanted them to know that, I'm not someone that's going to judge them whatever they pull up in. It may be a bad week, it may be a bad month, it may be a bad 3 or 4 months. But no matter what the situation is, I wanted to be able to at least give them food and give them comfort and some kind of hope.
And so
we didn't have any hope when they called. We were on the edge of a very dark abyss, and we came out of it in a large part to, I would say, to Wendy and Todd and just all of them at the House of Hope. And if someone was going to give, then they should. It's not a handout, it's a hand up.
As long as we have food, we'll have food. We had to total step out on faith, because at that point, nobody knew who we were. And it was just our church at that point going to start picking it up every single week. It was a big load to have to carry. But we just said, as long as we have food, you'll have food. So we opened the House of Hope doors the weekend before school started in July, and they had clothes and school supplies and backpacks, and we had a water slide for them. Just a big day, a big event for them. And they kept asking, are you going to, and I'm like, we have food still, and we'll keep doing it. And we kept doing it. And we have never told anybody no. And they've never told them we didn't have food. We have gave them everything we have had through those cabinets. Some cabinets, I promise you, they're empty every single Wednesday.
If you really have the love of God inside, let it out. Because that's what's going to make the difference in people around us. The House of Hope of Free Home has already made a difference in Free Home. But the hope inside of you will make the difference wherever you're at. It's the same hope. It's the same hope you can give if people see that hope. And if they see that hope, they're going to want that hope.